We also see the 2016 text messages where we see Donna Adelson's reaction to Charlie Adelson workshopping this other possible theory of Dan Markel's murder. And our argument is that reaction is not consistent to with somebody who believed that she was being extorted, according to Charlie Adelson, for the past 2 years.
Breakdown of the Donna Adelson trial, day 7. It's day 7 for some. It's day 10 for other people because there was a couple days of jury selection and whatnot. So this is officially the first day of defense. We can't get around that. You know, growing up, Labor Day weekend always meant the same thing for me. Like the parade rolled by on the Americana streets of Youngstown, New York, and the next morning was usually the first day of school, meaning I would have this feeling of dread wash over me. And maybe that's why I was dreading today. And today didn't disappoint. There is definitely some parallels, though, because the first day of the defense felt like the first day of junior high school. It was very confusing. There were a lot of unknown expectations. There were huge disappointments. There were actually a lot of like older people trying to make us all feel comfortable. And then the positives were that there were more breaks. There was a longer lunch, it seemed like, but we definitely got an early dismissal today. So that was good. Welcome to day 7 of the Donna Adelson trial. And in this video, we're going to analyze the significant events, the testimonies, and the key moments that took place during the day's proceedings. If you missed it, let me save you about 6 hours of watching paint dry. I'll try to cap it down into 7 or 8 minutes. Day 7 marked the beginning of the defense's case. The prosecution had already built a substantial argument against Donna Adelson, if you'll remember. If you don't remember, go back and watch our recaps. We have 2 different playlists. One is for trial stuff. The other is the backstory for Dan Markel. So there are various pieces of evidence, whether direct or circumstantial, that have led Donna Adelson to this point. And the defense aimed to counter that evidence and present their side of the story. We started the day with a motion of judgment of acquittal. So, Judge, is there a judgment of acquittal?
The motion for judgment of acquittal will be denied at this time.
That's right. The motion for a judgment of acquittal was kind of shot down. They argued that the state hadn't sufficiently proven its case against Donna, but the defense's main points included that Donna's alleged lack of direct involvement in the murder meant that she has nothing to do with this. And their assertion that any negative statements made by family might be attributed to Wendy or to Charlie or anybody other than Donna. It's always somebody else, right? They're just kind of saying, look, it's just a whole lot of coincidences here, but I think we know better, and I think the jury might know better. Obviously, the judge denied the motion, reinforcing that there was definitely enough evidence for the jury to deliberate, and with that, they brought the jury in this morning. We started off the day with a sweet woman named Annie Cunningham. She was the BFF of Donna Adelson.
Tell us, what did you do? Are you retired?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and what did you do for your career?
I was a teacher, special education teacher.
Okay. Do you know Donna Adelson?
Yes, I do.
And how long have you known Miss Adelson?
Since 2009.
Okay.
So she described Donna as a supportive mother and grandmother who cared deeply for her family. And she recalled the night of Dan's murder. She said that Donna called her and that she was hysterical and upset.
Was it the day that Danny was murdered?
When he was shot, yes.
Okay. So when you spoke to her, did she call you or did you call her? Do you recall?
She called me.
Okay. And when she called you, did she appear to be upset?
Very.
Was she crying?
Yes.
Was her tone of voice, based on your knowledge of her for the 15 years, did she seem to be upset?
Very.
Okay. Did she seem to be at a point in time where she had just learned what had occurred?
Yes.
Did she indicate to you whether she had just learned that this had happened?
Yes.
Okay.
She did.
I'm sorry?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And during the course of your discussion with her about what had transpired, did she continue with this state of mind that she was upset?
Yes.
Okay. And while she was upset, what did she indicate to you?
She told me that Danny had been shot and that they were going to Tallahassee and that she was very concerned and worried about Wendy and the boys, whether they were in danger.
So her testimony aimed to humanize Donna. I think it did its job, presenting her as a typical Jewish mother, as they called it, rather than a cold-blooded murderer, whatever. Next up was Ron Guterson. He's another family friend. He's the life partner of the previous witness, Mrs. Cunningham. It's a very funny way how they met. He went to high school with Harvey.
I was in Florida for Christmas. We get to Florida, Miami, Christmas Eve. Everything is closed. We're hungry. What do you eat? Chinese food. So we order Chinese food. I bite into the spare rib. I crack my front tooth. I call a friend of mine who's a dentist in New York who also went to high school with us. And I said to him, who do we know in Florida? I need a dentist. Harvey I knew from high school. I called him on Christmas. He saw me the next day and we reconnected and we became friendly, and then he and Donna and Annie and I would travel together and we really bonded. The chemistry was there.
Now, here's something that stuck out to me. He admitted to helping the travel to Vietnam. He claimed to be a travel expert, that he'd traveled the world pretty much. He did look like a well-traveled man.
Any prior military experience?
I was in the Army Reserve Military Intelligence Division.
And when was that?
Approximately 1966 to 1971.
He's obviously a very wealthy man, a very smart man, a master's degree in economics, short of a PhD. But he also spent time in the Guard, in the National Guard, in intelligence. But the years he described were during the Vietnam era. So I found it kind of odd that he would suggest for them to get a visa to go to Vietnam. His testimony reinforced the idea that Donna and Harvey were seeking relief, not escape. They just needed to get away to clear their minds a little bit. Then came Kelsey Guay. She was a digital forensics expert. She is a digital forensics expert. She did the work for a law enforcement agency for many years, and she is very meticulous, and she pays a lot of attention to detail, and she was there to kind of hold some checks and balances to what Sergeant Christopher Corbett had previously testified to.
Different analysts will use different amount of elapsed time to determine, like, I think some people will say, I think everything over 30 seconds indicates there was, actual communication. So people have different thoughts on it. But I like to see, if it's 2 seconds to 0 seconds, there probably wasn't any actual communication.
They want to paint Donna as a caring mother and a caring grandmother, not a mastermind, right? She's not Tony Soprano. She's more Livia. So they used family friends to kind of back that up. They used forensics to support, to poke the holes in the state story. But the question remains, is Donna herself going to take the stand? And that's what I want to know from you. I want to be able to hear from your words down in the comments. Is she going to take the stand? I know that they've already said she would, but that was before the case was out, and she doesn't have to take the stand. She could just, even if she takes a stand, she could just plead the fifth. Tomorrow, it might feel like a little pop quiz that we all feared, but I was expecting a little bit more out of the defense. I got to be honest. It was a very slow day. So if you didn't watch the entire 6 hours, I did it for you. Hopefully this little wrap-up will help. Thanks for joining us for the Day 7 of the Donna Adelson trial. Subscribe for more updates and analysis as we continue to follow the story. If you have any thoughts or questions about today's events, make sure you drop them in the comments. I want to hear what you think about Donna testifying in this thing. And if you want to see our previous trial coverage, it's over here somewhere. And if you want to see the backstory that we've done on this case, it's over here.